Welcome back to ARZ, everybody. I'm with Michael Stryker here, a legendary Texas player who loves his space. This is a game against Pawel Januszewski. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Against Andrea Ciappi. Say hello, Michael.
So, Alex, how are you tonight? That's this you.
I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. You were slightly delayed when you asked me back. So, uh, was there a lag here?
Yeah, there was from me hearing you. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. All right. So, how would you start here with Pablo's side here? Would you start with purge or defectors?
Oh, we're looking at from the U.S.
Yep. So it's either 442
I tend
purge
to like
or
Purge.
yeah, I think I'll go with purge. But would you do 332 setup or would you go 442 setup?
If you're gonna go defectors, probably 332 is fine.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go Purge, maybe 442. But
Okay, so that was nice blocked, nicely blocked. I feel like whenever I do 332, it kind of head signals that I'm gonna headline defectors. Almost always, if you don't have socialist government in your
it does,
hand.
I think it does signal that, or at least suggest it.
Yeah.
Well, these days, I tend to set up 442 if I want to headline defectors because I think people don't expect it as much.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Oh, okay. He rolls not good enough. So I'm assuming this will be two Italy, one Malaysia, one Lebanon, or how would you do it? This one.
I probably want to get out of Iran, maybe one Pakistan, one Malaysia. I don't know that I would rush to fill West Germany.
Yeah,
He's got Germany to protect them, and if his opponent had Europe, he probably would have dumped it on AR1.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't have rushed to West Germany as you said. Italy was a must. I might have gone to Lebanon just in case he had Suez or Arab-Israeli war. I feel like Pakistan is a little bit too much because DEFCON is still at 4.
I'm going to dare him to me.
I thought you were more conservative when you
Just look at
played.
the problem. It all depends. I don't know
Yeah.
that I'm very consistent. Oh,
Okay.
wow. I'd probably
Oh.
go with Vietnam as my headline over socialist most times. Interesting choice.
Yeah, me too. Maybe he was concerned about getting. Would you? I think I prefer getting socialist defected over Vietnam. Vietnam is a good access card.
Probably prefer socialist. I'd probably prefer Vietnam defector. But,
Oh. So the coup war in Southeast Asia.
oh, he's going to do the coup. That's probably a good idea. I was first just in time, but it's probably take a zero it out. You're fine.
Yeah.
And you leave them here.
Mhm. If he rolls big here, I think I'll just definitely fill Thailand and just let it go. Probably
So
with
now there's no point in Vietnam. You just force
yeah 4 up. I think I'll do just that. I think I'll just pour everything in Thailand.
and put them all in there.
Yeah. So like you roll a 4, you put a 4 there, and if you fail as this roll there, then you just take Laos, Cambodia as well.
Yeah. RP empties it out, and you can still put 3 in there, and you'll
Yeah.
be okay.
Now like Andrea has an option just to coup Thailand with China card. That's a 6 up China card, right?
Yeah. So that's the up done. That's a big card.
Yeah.
So let's see, he needs 4, 7, he needs a 9. So he don't only need to roll a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he may be debating whether to use China or whether to use another card.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to use China. Okay, that just happened. Oh. Okay, I think using Fidel makes sense because CIS has been
I
seen
think
yet.
you, depending on what in your hand, a lot of it.
Huh.
Wow. See, I don't like using Fidel. I prefer to space Fidel.
No, I prefer using Fidel because I want to give Andrea a chance of DEFCON suicide. You're holding UN intervention, ducking cover and fire planes not seen. Still a possibility.
Well, it's not a possibility this turn because he can always play UN, play CIA right now.
Yeah, that's true. But I always feel like on early war you just need the ops and you should care about mid.
I don't want to give him that. I want to space the card.
Oh yeah, you are a spacer, right?
I want it. He doesn't have anything else to space. You want to get there. You want to. It's a space race. Race is the right description for it. You want to race ahead in it.
Mm.
I think it was Sank who described the space race as like the seventh region. And I think that's really a great description of it. You want to dominate the space race. You want to be the first one out there, and you want to get out there fast and first and keep going.
Mm-hmm. Even as much as spacing war games.
Well, if that's going to give you the win, and you've got South America to back you up, probably so.
Alright, so what is Mancuso's option here? I think I'll be looking into filling South Korea. Something. Iraq makes sense as well.
What? Yeah, so you have your plan. He presence in the minis before the end of the turn.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to buff up Thailand at some point, and you probably want to get to Korea. He's got his mill up, so those are the only things he's going to do. He's got what, 5? He's only got 2 ARs to do it all.
So for most,
I would put you in Iraq.
Yeah,
I'd rather protect Thailand and do that.
Yeah, I thought Iraq made more sense because you don't want to give him access to the central part of Middle East. And now, yeah,
and if you don't have the ops, how are you going to get presence?
And he really needed to protect Thailand there. If Pawel had all the ops in the world, he could just break into Thailand on next AR.
What is he going to do? He needs to go to Thailand. He needs to get into Iraq. South Korea is no way he's got time for that.
Yep.
And yeah, Pawel's already got his mill op, so he doesn't care if DEFCON goes. Well, he may not want DEFCON at 4 because then Andrea can coup Pakistan. He still doesn't want to have a good target. But I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that Pawel takes a throwaway coup in Iraq for that.
Well, Pawel can go to India and then let him coup Pakistan.
Yeah, that's probably better than to do just a throwaway coup in Iraq.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh,
and he doesn't go to South Africa even.
Yeah, I don't like this. I think I prefer Malaysia, like South Africa or Malaysia.
Well, he did go to Malaysia, right?
Yeah, he went to Malaysia, Burma, Thailand, and Algeria. I think Burma kind of makes sense to me, but I think I still preferred African battlegrounds over. Like, I feel like Burma and Malaysia ops could have went to Africa instead.
Yeah, he could have gone Angola and Zaire with that.
Yeah. Or I think I might, if you were, this might sound crazy, but I might have gone to Cameroon if we were going to go to DEFCON 4.
Would not do that.
No, but if the DEFCON goes down, then you get access to Nigeria and Zaire.
That just feels wrong.
No, that's
I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe, but it seemed to me. An op and battleground in a region, in a mid-war region in the early war? No, that can't be right.
Okay, Asia headline is perfectly safe here, unless for IP war. Um, containment is Sri up containment, so it's not that great. Marshall is always a good headline.
Probably
So
got to be contained.
no, you gotta play Asia. You gotta play
I
with
mean, you
fire,
got
right?
1, 2, 3. You could call it a 4-op containment because it lets you discard Korea War to blockade.
Nah, I see. Yep. Uh,
But
and
then I guess you're using UN for just the ops,
yeah,
or
and you
maybe you use
space
counter cards and
master.
hold UN. Yeah, you use Space Master. I can see some value from containment here.
Okay, yeah,
I guess
you
the
convinced me.
issue for me would be whether you think you can dump Asia later or not.
Hmm.
Can you get away with dumping Asia later? He's got about four countries to 4.
So
Yeah, I
it's
think
only
he's got enough
essentially IP
ops.
war.
He should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
You
let's go with
played Andrea
containment.
before?
Pardon? I never
Andrea
played
before?
Andrea. I never did.
I don't believe I've ever. It's to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't believe I've ever played Andrea before.
Mm. Okay.
I think he comes from the async community.
Yeah,
I've never played async.
I couldn't play async either. He's a good Italian player, from what I heard.
Excellent, excellent. Right up there, like
Okay.
top 5. But it's done extremely well.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
if
So
you
I'd be interested in playing him sometime.
yeah, so if you're Andrea, would you coup Iran or would you do something fancy? Oh, okay, CIA. Oh, okay, that's not a great hand. Europe and Middle East.
No, not at all. I
Okay,
do. Hmm. Europe and Middle East. He's got no way to get rid of it.
okay, what would you use the CIA op for if you're a Pawel?
He's going to screw. Question: Do you 2 con down to 3? I think maybe I do just to protect Pakistan. Well,
Well,
he's got
Pakistan's not
China
that
card
important
in hand
anymore.
too. Yeah, you're right. So
You
he
can just
could
move
do
into,
something like Laos.
or you can just move into Iraq and be a little bit pesky.
Also, yeah, I think moving to Iraq would be fine. Putting him in Greece makes 0 sense.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. I think Andre has no way of fighting Pavel and okay, yeah, he's going. Oh,
No.
okay,
Yeah, see, that's okay.
yeah,
I mean, that's a good use of a 1-op to go a 1-op out of
yeah.
a 1-op country. But Greece was way too conservative. He
Hmm.
knows what Andrea's hand is, so he knows he's got enough firepower to fight him off if he tried to beat him on country count.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Jordan. I think I
I'd
like
probably just
Jordan.
go to Egypt. I'd just go to Egypt.
I like
Just take
Jordan
your
in Egypt.
battleground.
No, no. See, listen to me. If you go to Jordan and he fills Iraq, you can realign Iraq. I think Jordan, Egypt is a good option here.
And domination here is just worth 1 more VP than having Egypt having 2 battlegrounds. So it's
Uh,
not like it's that much more. And you're spending
oh, okay. Yeah.
non-battleground. I don't like spending ops in non-battlegrounds. Well, he got the or what card Andrea has, but
Yeah.
he's really got to just probably take control of Iraq, and then he's going to eat it when Powell plays into. He's still fighting it. He's going to fight it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Maybe now's the time to play your 4-op card and put 2 Jordan, 2 Egypt.
yeah, I think
Try
I'll
to
do
maximize
that.
it. Because he still has two score. Yeah, put 2 Jordan 2. Okay, that's
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, that works too. But I don't think Angola Rush wasn't that needed because he doesn't have decall or D-style.
Yeah, but Defcon's at 4, so if he coos it, he can coo back too.
Yeah, but you both have Melop, so I feel like that's totally fine.
Yeah, I think I agree with you actually. I think he just waited out.
Yeah, so for me it was 2 Egypt, 2 Jordan, personally, but I can see a value of doing this as well. Okay. Marshall plan into Algeria and Zaire. Or you can just event Korean War and see how it rolls out and take South Korea. What would you do here? A lot of options. Or you can space Korean War.
I wouldn't play Marshall Plan because you need to wait till after Europe comes out. That's the little. I guess China in case he's in Europe, but.
Mm-hmm.
So you could Korean War and hope you win it and fill up Korea. Is that what he's going to do?
Yep, and I think that's just going to happen.
Oh, see, that worked.
Yep. Oh, no, take Korea. Korea is much more important.
What is he doing? Take Korea.
Yeah, okay, this is a little bit not on my taste. I understood Libya because you're going to give Nasser at some point, so you want to take Libya first. That's totally understandable, but like, I felt like right now you need to take South Korea.
I think it's very important long term, but maybe I don't remember exactly what cards Andrea has.
It wasn't that strong from what I remember.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. See, like, if he took South Korea right there, then he could have saved that big 4-op and use it somewhere else on AR6.
He wants to get DEFCON down. I guess maybe he's okay with this.
Yeah. Okay, there's Europe scoring. You can use Nasser and then coup Egypt on last AR, so I think I would UN blockade and take Libya right now. Okay, I'm not a big fan of this move because now you're leaving Libya vulnerable. And you both have Melops anyway.
I think Andrea needs to coup here.
Yeah.
I think Andrea wants DEFCON at 2, beginning of turn 3.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely coup Zaire here.
Yeah, I don't remember what Andrea has, but
yeah.
Zaire certainly makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're feeling very ballsy, then you can coup Libya.
Yeah. 3-op or 4-op, you might want to go for the better battleground. You just have a 1 or 2 I'd be going into Africa.
It's gonna go to Libya, I assume, or okay, yeah, Suez I don't think has been seen, so France also makes sense.
Yeah, France definitely makes sense. De Gaulle could be coming back.
Yeah. So I know if I were talking to Justin, if you were Justin, you would have went to France as a default option.
France would be 6-0 right now if Justin were playing.
Yeah. I think I'll go with France actually right now. I think I'll side with Justin.
Yeah, I do think 4-0, especially with Suez coming back.
Yeah.
But he drew it,
Okay,
so
so
all's
yeah.
good.
With
All's
blockade,
good.
so um, it's an unknown defector because we've seen defector on turn one, so that's good. Duck and cover might backfire, so I think I'll go with defectors.
Oh, I definitely go with duck and cover over defectors.
But if Andrea redraws the goal, then it might backfire.
Well, then you get a coup in what, Zaire?
Yeah, but France is so much more
You
important than
lose something, you
Zaire.
get something. Yeah, but I don't think you can be all defensive like that.
Okay, so it looks like Pavel is more interested in duck and cover, so he's in line with your thought.
I don't remember exactly which cards have come in.
Oh, okay. See?
Well, we know
Yeah,
that Andrea has.
yeah. And
You would have got a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, duck and cover do. 53. We have P-War, have we?
No. We okay. So I think IP War is not seen. D stall is not seen, and I'm
No,
not sure.
details not been seen.
Yeah. So
I don't think we've seen. Have we seen NATO or NORAD
okay. I think those are
or
all not
Japan?
seen. Yeah. NATO, NORAD,
I don't
IP.
remember. I don't remember EU or Romanian either, but
Yeah.
I think there must have been at least one of those that I missed.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have seen
I don't know.
Romanian either, so we're definitely not counting correctly here, but I think those are approximately right. So now we're gonna see Angola, Indonesia, Nigeria, Algeria. Is that how you would go as well?
So certainly Nigeria, certainly Algeria, probably Angola,
Yep.
depending on what you're going to use for your coup, and maybe Indonesia,
Yeah. Okay. Perfectly in line with my thought.
maybe, maybe yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Andrea has a lot to do, so he's gotta take Angola, Indonesia, and then also protect North Korea at the same time, just in case the China card jam.
Yeah, but Andrea has some ops this turn. He's got Detail and he's got some ops. This is going to be to fight back.
Mm-hmm. He's got D-stall
Yeah, his
fuel right
board
there.
position is going to look a lot better. His board position is going to look a lot better by the end of this turn, I suspect.
Yes. So I think it's more logical for Andrea's side to just start protecting everything first before he moves into South America with D-stall. Like at least
Well,
secure North Korea.
he's probably going to have to go early.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got 4 ops. He can fight in North Korea if that happens.
Mm.
I don't think he needs to do that first. I want to get into South America. I guess you don't go anywhere else in Africa. Might want to go to Mexico. Yeah, but anyway, it's decall right now, and it's probably I don't know. You might want to
Oh,
coup Panama.
okay. What was that?
How does he have Asia?
I'm not a big fan of this move, unless he's got Asia.
Oh, Duck, we're crazy. Yeah, so Duck. I was thinking I was at 3.
I mean, he
There.
could have taken Angola though with Decall because Duck was there.
Yeah, he absolutely should have flipped it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm so confused.
Absolutely should have flipped it.
Okay, India is very risky because I think IP War is in India's hand. Oh,
Yeah, and
that's
he's going to play it too because he needs the mill ops.
yeah. Oof.
And
Okay, if
Paul did
Andreas
not push into Colombia.
no.
I mean, I kind of think I would want to go to Colombia to make him use more of his D-style op in South America instead of letting him get to Mexico as well.
Yeah, same. I think I would have done that. Um, because we know Andreas is gonna get mill ups one way or the other. Okay, Romania.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Where did he go? 2 South Africa, 1 Colombia, 1 Panama?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm okay with this play, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is all right. I'm not sure I would have used NTB right now, but that's okay. So yeah, so Pawel doesn't have any big ops left to fight. I guess you could use the China card in an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to have a big op card in hand in case your opponent does that you have to respond to.
Yep. So Destall fuel is right in Lebanon, all of them. Or Vietnam.
Still Finland. Yeah, you're right. Also, maybe even take back. He's got so much in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm. Lebanon and Vietnam.
Yeah, you could take 2 from each of those, and you'd be perfectly fine in both.
Yep.
Not that I'm ever gonna fill up Finland. You know.
Oh, okay. I don't like this. Finland and Czechoslovakia could have helped you in later turn. But it's not that big of a deal.
What? Don't go to Greece.
Yeah, I would have gone to Mexico instead and forced him into putting 3 Mexico. Oh.
That's the danger. Don't go to Greece.
Yeah, see, if that one Greece op went into Mexico, then he would not have realigned.
Oh, he got away with it.
Oh.
Or you could even in Brazil.
Yeah,
one of those would have been better than putting one into Greece.
Yeah, Brazil's kind of conservative to me. I'm more on an offensive side, so. Oh, he's using U.S. Japan. Oh my God.
Yeah, that could have been a disaster if Pawel had hit his rolls there on realignment.
Yeah.
Well, here comes the war. I don't mind that. You can't be scared that your opponent's going to roll well. You just can't do that.
But I'm not sure if keep pouring into India is a good move here because Andrea might have IP war as we keep mentioning it. So I think I'll prefer going to Mexico instead.
Well, we know he's got it.
Yeah. Okay, Truman. What?
Yeah, be fine.
All right. Okay, I like holding.
Don't put it any more into India.
Yeah.
I don't like anything more into.
See, the thing is,
for
Formosan Resolution is active right now. So instead of India, like pouring Taiwan made more sense to me.
Yeah, maybe so.
Oh, okay. He locked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a 1/3.
Yeah. See, I think I prefer just going to India right now because Europe is vulnerable one way for the another. Like, it kind of looks silly if you overprotect Italy but lose France with De Gaulle or something else. Okay, now he keeps drawing all the cards that Andrea needs. Would you go South America or would you go Purge? Or would you go ballsy and play Missile Envy? I mean, ducking cover is out on turn 3.
I would not go South America. I would certainly go Purge. Absolutely go Purge here. Because you can play Missile during the turn. You don't have to headline it. It's, like you say, deck is out.
Yeah. You can still die from Olympics. The chances are slim.
lost at least 2, maybe 3 games from Missile Envy hitting Olympics.
Yeah, those are painful
And
moments.
it's not only, yeah, it's at least 2 games I've lost. I don't know if either one was like an actual competitive game, but I know I've lost at least 2 games from missile hitting games. One to her way. That pisses me off. He doesn't need to go missile right now. Hit him with Purge.
Yeah, I think I prefer
Purge is
Purge.
such a fantastic headline for the U.S. in the mid-war because there's so many bad blue 2-op cards. Purge really can kill your opponent. Actually, he's also got that makes it even stronger. So I really do like Purple here.
I think I might have hold Purge to next turn as well if he's going to with Missile Envy, but I think I prefer purging him now. It's just so much more effective on the earlier stages in the mid-war.
Yeah, I do like Purge better here. But maybe he'll get something great from Missile. You know, we're totally wrong. Who knows?
And like for my line, I thought it would be Purge and then hold nuclear subs for Africa later on.
Well, it'd be Purge and then Missile, and then maybe you go nukes right away. I think I'd probably this turn, and then away with what you've got. I mean, you can, but want to get more Africa scores, so. And there's always so many times you have problems with nuclear subs too, where your opponent can keep you busy.
Yeah.
So if you've got Purge in effect, it makes it much more difficult for them to do anything.
Okay, Olympic defense is now on the table now. Oh, never mind. He goes first. Yeah, he's totally fine. I got excited for a moment there.
You felt it quick. No.
Yeah.
So just looking at the game, let's think about this. We've got who's ahead right now?
I think
what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 13 battlegrounds. Andrea has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 battlegrounds. So Paul has a lead in battlegrounds and the score, and he's USA, and he's got China. So right now, I would say Paul is definitely ahead.
I would be I'd much rather be Pavel right now.
Yeah, I think he's probably, I mean, it's certainly anywhere, you know, it's nowhere near a lot, but maybe he's like 60-70% win rate here.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you there.
Yeah, so I don't know that he needs to go conservative at this point, but you want to keep an eye on where you stand and so that you can you're doing. Apollo is winning.
I wonder what is causing Andrea to think it this over. For me, it was kind of like go into Panama and coup Panama with Junta.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, because not only does he need which card to kill, he also decides to do with Junta. There's his decision.
That's so greedy. That is crazy amount of greed right there. Yeah. Oh wow.
I don't think that's bad because he had AR1, so even if he missed the roll, he was still going to get Panama.
Yeah.
So I think that's the right decision. I think that was a completely right decision.
No, but for me, like I felt like if I go into Panama and coup Panama, I can use the missile enemy to protect Venezuela and go to Argentina, make it like VOA proof, just in case. But yeah, I feel like he was.
I like being aggressive there.
Okay.
I really should have used Purge here as his deadline.
Yeah, that would have made that Junta play so much weaker.
Yeah, not only would he have missed that, but you have so many more options of what you can do.
Okay, Nixon to... I think I might have just used Nixon there. Just get it out.
You know what? Is that our first base race attempt? I think that is our first base race attempt in the game.
Other than Capture Nazi Scientist, if you count that as a space race.
Yeah, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm not counting that as an attempt.
Oh, okay. Wipes out Mexico. I think I might have gone. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh my. Oh wow, that was so much value out of that. He already erased 4 ops and 2 vital battlegrounds that Andrea has no access to. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, great value there.
Sorry, your mic was electronified, so couldn't hear your part
Yeah,
out.
I don't know if he had any good views of them.
Yeah. Oh.
He did stick there.
So if Andrea
that makes a lot of good chance there too.
If Andrea has Central, I think we're gonna see it right now, or Africa, in that for that matter.
Yeah,
I think Andrea
that was like a kick in the teeth for Andrea.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I gotta recover after that. I just got blasted.
Yeah. Andrea doesn't have much to do in this war. Like, the only thing he can do right now is just fill up Middle East.
Yeah, he still wants to get to. I don't know. South America because it's already scored,
Yeah.
but you still want to. You still have open battle as your option. You're right. At least it's priority. You want to get Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want the U.S. to puppet in there. OAS in there.
Yeah, or puppet governments. It's mildly annoying.
Right. And he's going to need to queue mill up. If I'm Pawel, I'm holding off on K until after Andrea queues Colombia, and then I can use K for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pawel can always get his by using nuke subs. I'm Pawel, I'm definitely using nuke subs this turn. In fact, I would probably hold her to. Yeah, so he could play Allende, play Space Socialist, get K off for free probably.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold on to Purge, and it's still a great value. Yeah, that makes sense with Asia unscored. He may not be able to do nuke subs now.
Yeah. But
he wouldn't get.
Yeah.
Even if he only gets 1 coup, even if he only flips Nigeria, I think nuke subs is worth it as the event.
I think I'll still hold it.
It'll give him mill off, flip a battleground in a non-scored region.
Well, they both have no mill ops right now, so if Andrea coups Colombia for mill ops, then you can still coup that back later. So I think I'm fine with that. I think. Is Pakistan war set? That's questionable because Formosan resolution is active, so you could always fill Taiwan and get back your domination and also get China card back. That was also a possibility in my mind.
Go ahead and fill up Taiwan now.
No, not now. Like let your opponent flip Pakistan and then fill Taiwan, and get China card back at the same time.
Right.
So that was in my line of thought before going to Pakistan. Okay, yeah, like that Taiwan move doesn't really make much sense. Like right now, it just they're kind of like 1 or 2 ARs behind of my thought. I think I prefer those ops going to probably Middle East, or even just 1 extra in Nigeria just in case of colonial rear guards later. Like something else could have been more efficient.
Yeah, I don't know why he needs to go to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Going to Taiwan suggests so that he's going to make a push into either South Korea or India with the China card.
Like, it's so expensive to stop Asia domination right now, with the open, like the non-BG stuff right now. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries that Blues have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's kind of expensive. Because if you take Afghanistan and Taiwan, then Pawel just can flip Indonesia. Not worth it, in my opinion. completely not. I'd much rather see that in the Middle East.
Yeah, or yeah, or he could even just keep earn by pushing him in or something like that too.
I don't like this either, because now you're giving a valid coup target on Haiti, and you should probably event our men first to see which region gets scored, which region gets affected first. Okay, Lungum.
Yeah, there's no reason not to event it first. I'm not sure really good the difference.
I think I might get rid of Brush War as well.
Cambridge.
No. Get rid of Brush War.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because if you're leading on the board, you don't want to give him the chance to flip something else.
Yeah, Italy would be a huge loss. There's not. I don't know what target that Powell would have. Maybe Panama, but that's already scored. No, it's not scored. So that would be a great target for Powell.
No, please hold nuclear subs. Yeah, okay. Get rid of everything again.
I like holding Purge.
Oh, okay, yeah, Purge also makes sense too. I think, okay, you convince me, yeah.
If he can. I don't know he's going to have the luxury of doing that. But if he gets pushed into Asia, he's going to have to use Purge.
I thought about just using Purge because there's a lot of things that Pavel needs to do. So, for example, like he needs to go to Mexico, he needs to go to France. He's got to fight.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that just feels wrong.
If you just wait, he's probably gonna.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, he went into Haiti. That means that Andrea needs to get the initiative on queuing first. So that's why I didn't like Haiti move at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know Central's not scored, and I know Cuba is vulnerable because you could always been realigned. But like Pawel has a lot of things to do right now. Like he needs to overprotect France. He's got to fight in Middle East. He's got to also fight in Asia. I feel like if I were Andrea, I would have assumed Pawel would not have realigned. Okay, but like,
yeah, I don't think it was that important. He had the domination, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 7 to 6 before, right?
Yeah. So I don't think that was necessary. Like, what makes sense to me right now is fighting in Middle East, and which neither of players are doing that. That's a little bit crazy for me because Middle East is still not scored.
Yeah, but I guess if you're Paul, you need to send ops into Jordan first. If I'm Andrea, there's no reason for him to really. I don't know. He's not going to really stop anything if he spends ops into Saudi. That's expensive. Or Iraq is expensive. You don't want to go to Egypt because of Sadat.
But you got to start salvaging stuff you have. Like every BP counts. Okay, they're fighting for almost nothing. Okay.
Well, now I guess his mill ops. Yeah. But yeah, nukes could have used nukes as an event and then flipped Angola.
Sorry, your mic died out again.
Not Angola. Flipped Nigeria.
Yeah, I think flipping Nigeria is very interesting because you can always realign Algeria by going to Saharan State on last AR. There's a lot of more valuable.
You could have used it as an event and been better.
Okay, go to Dominican Republic to stop domination in Central.
I love that line. I love that as a headline.
Okay, Okay.
He doesn't have. Are you going to follow up in North?
All right, so grain sales to coup Nigeria, I guess. And you just gotta suck it up on Central.
It's gotta be grain, right? What is containment? I mean, give up, so it's definitely not containment. You still have Asia domination, even after he takes back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh. Risky in Asia. I don't know if Asia dominates uses. Maybe he in Asia here.
You could always take Taiwan as well with flower power. I think I might have gone to grain sales.
Yeah.
Let's
Doesn't have
let's
the
do the
timer
math here.
though.
So you use grain cells to coup Nigeria. I'm assuming Andrew will
Right.
protect North Korea. I don't think he'll go to Taiwan. Taiwan is actually pretty expensive. So,
I don't know.
okay.
I mean, if you think you're going to lose Asia domination, then maybe Asia domination makes more. I mean, maybe Asia as your headline makes more sense than grain cell.
Yeah, okay. I see the point in there as well.
I guess you could have gone grain cells and just put the opposite to North Korea. Would be the other way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would almost guarantee that you get Asia domination regardless. So probably grain cells would have been better.
Yeah.
And
Grain
then
cells is
maybe
so
you use it
flexible.
in North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just use it in North Korea.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I'm not sure about that, but I think grain cells as a headline and then use it in North Korea would have been his best play.
Ugh. Okay. So, what does headlining CMC sounds like to you? Because to me, it sounds like I don't have a good headline. Because if I were Andrea,
especially, then, I mean, he can't take it out of Turkey, so it would cost him $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was he just take Korea back right away.
I don't know if CMC was the right
so my
option.
quick count of battleground. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what else he has.
Yeah. Because I wanted
my
to
quick count of battleground. Yeah, it would make sense to. You're right. Cooing the African battleground makes a ton of sense here since it's not scored, and that would change the domination of the region. Yeah, my quick count of battlegrounds was 9 to I think it was 13.
So I count
favor of Pawel.
9 red and 13 blue versus 9 red. That's my count. Oh,
I got.
I wonder what that means to go to Honduras. No, I think you need to fill West Germany first. Yeah.
Well, he's going to do it right now.
Okay.
I guess it'd be better though to probably just put 2 ops in West Germany and not take it out because you can always do it later.
Yeah. That was my logic too.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's got to play grain cells this turn, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well see what you can get from it. It feels like such a waste to play grain cells in the middle of the turn. Yeah, but he needs to probably space "We Will Bury You" and
he's got to play Muslim. Or US. Okay, well, no, he can hold Muslim and then use OAS on last AR. Okay, so that's good.
Yeah, he can space "We Will Bury You," hold Muslim, play Flower Power.
Mm-hmm. Flower Power is relatively safe because Brush War is out, IP War is out, Korean War is out. I don't think I've seen Arab-Israeli War, but that's not that big of an issue.
Not terrible. I mean, you don't want to play it before you have to. Yeah, you gotta event it.
Oh.
Panama.
Okay, I think I'll just coup Panama into Nicaragua. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to take that card or if you want to just give it back.
No,
I guess it's fine to go ahead and use it.
I'm more inclined to just use it because VOA, John Paul, all those cards are problematic for Andrea if you were to have it, so you gotta pressure your opponent with card size.
I think it's probably better to use it. It's an unfortunate card to draw. You'd rather get something better than that.
Okay, so he's now got option to realign or just dump central. I think I'm more inclined to use realign here.
I'm just dumping.
Okay.
Too many things can go wrong. He doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility left in his hand.
So that I
He's
thought
probably gonna get blocked too.
I thought realign was.
I mean, when your opponent plays NORAD,
Yeah.
when your opponent plays NORAD earlier in the turn, I feel like I'm gonna get blocked.
That's true. I thought realign was a good option because there's Cuba and there's also Algeria as a secondary target.
So what? You use flower power?
Yep. For me, it was flower power. Realign Cuba and Algeria.
Yeah, I think that's certainly reasonable. Doesn't leave you with anything left though, in case you get pushed later in the turn, like someone makes an attack on Italy.
Yeah.
Who knows what he does?
It's funny because when I talk to you, when I play conservative, you play offensively, and when I play offensively, you play conservatively. That seems to be like a trend here.
I don't know that. Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. Okay, now I think both players should be now looking into filling Africa or Middle East. Che's gone, so going into non-battlegrounds is not a problem in Africa.
Well, there's a lot of regions that are yet to score. We've got Europe, Mideast, Africa, and Southeast Asia that are still out there, I believe.
Uruguay is better, I think.
Maybe now you. I want to get one into Jordan. Get your domination.
Yeah. Okay, this is good. I like this.
Yeah, get all your dominations in these unscored regions. Yeah, so Pawel looks good in the Mideast. He still has the dot to come and hold Muslim, and then space it next turn or turn 7. We'll list some VPs in Southeast Asia when it comes. He's got nothing left to fight with in Europe, but hopefully he doesn't get pushed.
Socialist government is out, so Italy is relatively safe, unless for a massive jam, which is very much a possibility.
Yeah, you would. It's a bit of a your opponent doesn't know how weak you are, and he's not going to do anything.
Okay, CRG. That's really painful. See, if the grain cell using Panama was the right move, I think.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Using Panama was better there.
Okay, yeah, Indonesia makes sense. Now Andrea needs to go to Angola and Nigeria and wish for the best.
Yeah. Did Paul space we will bury you?
Yep. Oh, I don't like this. Why Indonesia? There's just wide open battleground right there. Algeria is realignable. That's so risky. This is so risky. I don't. Indonesia over Nigeria? I don't understand. Okay, now he gets. Now NORAD could be eternal. Oh wow. Okay. OPEC is 1 VP.
Yeah, I missed it. Did Andrea play One Small Step?
No, he played CRG, and then he went
No,
into
no,
it.
no. I thought he played One Small Step, but I guess that was before Powell faced We Will Bury You.
I think I might have missed that part out then, because I don't remember seeing One Small Step at all.
Yeah, I remember Andrea played One Small Step, and I think it was before, it must have been before Powell played We Will
Mm.
Bury You and faced it. I don't know if he could have held it
Yeah.
longer. Yeah, Kitchen's the fine headline. I don't think there's anything that Paul can do to flip it, even if he's got like ABM and flips the battleground or something like that.
Yeah, I think Powell's losing by like 3 or 4 countries right now. So let's do count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 battlegrounds for blues. 10 battlegrounds for red. 15 versus 4. 15 versus 10. Ugh. Okay, this game looks pretty painful for Andrea unless he goes for DEFCON victory.
Yeah, he was completely.
Yeah. But Lone Gunman is discarded by our men.
For
So,
Powell right
yeah.
now. He's going to only be able to probably space one. Yeah. He's going to have to OPEC only 1v card.
Yeah.
Maybe it's play OPEC, hold Quag, space Muslim, and play De Gaulle.
I think I might hold.
Wow, using lib for the coup.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a signals desperation move right there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even know if you probably need to overprotect it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use VOA if he flips it, but then he could flip it a second time. So
But
you probably want to overprotect it.
I think I prefer using OPEC here instead of Billy Brandt, while doing just the same, but putting one extra op maybe into Israel or Saudi Arabia or whatever.
Yeah, I think that makes good sense.
Yeah, because you don't want him to fill up Middle East.
Yeah, and he's got an incentive to fill it up too,
Yeah.
since it's not scored. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right. And you know you're going to have to play it this turn, so get it at the least painful.
And I think Andrea needs to either go to Nicaragua, Tunisia right now, just to avoid realigns, because he's got 2 valid target on Cuba and Algeria right now. So you either coup Saharan state, or you, if you have enough op, just go to Tunisia and Nicaragua. Because if you go to Tunisia,
maybe.
Oh, okay. Now he might realign. Going to Tunisia made a lot of sense to me because it blocks Africa domination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Don't realign.
That hurt.
Yeah, don't realign. Never mind. Don't listen to me, folks.
You can make the right decision. Just like blackjack. But even that's not the worst. Good thing about realigning and losing your op is that now you don't have anything at risk when you realign again.
Super positive.
That's the bright side. The Africa domination. And Paul really doesn't have a whole lot to fight with.
Okay.
I guess maybe you want to use voice before you score Southeast Asia if you flip Indonesia or something like that.
I feel like that's too much of a waste of a good VOA.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I like personally like I prefer using VOA on Algeria.
Got a good roll.
Okay, now we're gonna see there's not much what he okay.
No, I want to take Indonesia. You can't keep fighting for Africa, I don't think. I mean, I guess you're going to get Algeria, but still.
The thing is, if let's say Andrea coups Saharan state, then Pawel doesn't really have any backup plan at all.
Any backup? You're right. Yeah. He's just going to get Saharan state coupped, and what does he do after that?
Yeah, like what are you gonna do after that? Like, well, how can you possibly take Algeria? Like, are you gonna use Quagmire here? That's so risky.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to think about how the whole rest of the turn playing one A another AR.
Yeah, I guess like you can use Muslim Revolution and give up on some Middle East state. Maybe that's his thought.
I mean, that's what you'd have to do.
Yeah,
you're right. That's not ideal at all, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I think that. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think he's got to use Muslim Revolution right now.
Guess we're gonna see Muslims, right?
Yeah. He's got to. Well, you got to event first. And see which country gets removed. I think it's going to be Egypt and Iran.
Yeah. And then I guess you can put 2 into Algeria and then fill up one of the 2 that get removed.
Yeah, that's my line of thought. But that doesn't give you Africa Dom anymore, so... No, why?
And you're still not going to get Africa Dom. Oh. Why give up now?
What was that?
Should have been if you're earlier.
Yeah. Oh my god.
See, I think VOA to flip 2 from Algeria and 2 from Indonesia would have been okay, and then you could have scored Southeast Asia. And Indonesia is important for country count in Asia as well, for late war and for the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. That would have gave him Asia Dom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be 2 from Algeria because he used 2. It was 2 Algeria, 2 Tunisia. So I think
they both don't take Algeria. Oh my god. I am baffled.
They're both like. Well, we got nothing left.
Yeah. I am so baffled. So I know Justin Abrams.
Well, it made sense for Andrea to dump it when he could, even if he didn't get Algeria.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he doesn't know.
Yeah. I know Justin plays De Gaulle and then refills France, but you got a second option
I can understand it from my view.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a nice card to see. Yeah, I'll dump both cards right now. I think all scoring cards are out, so you're not gonna get screwed. Okay, only Europe is safe, so that's fine.
Europe is not out, but you gotta dump them both.
Yeah, you dump both.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. You just use Europe.
Oh, he still's got domination.
Yeah,
he still's got domination.
Yeah, this is crazy. Well, okay, now use Bear Trap and refill Italy, right?
Wait a second. I mean, he's got lots of options here.
Okay, he could use ABM to refill Italy. That's another option. I'm not sure which card Andrea has that Missile Envy can fetch, so it's kind of risky to play Missile Envy. Honestly, like I'll just Bear Trap him and use OPEC to fill Italy. What's your line of thought, Stryker?
machine unfriended? I would certainly, first thing I would be doing is figuring out what cards it has.
Yeah.
I think Andrea has. He's got NT. So
No, I think we've seen NTB.
Probably. We've seen that.
Yeah. This is a monster
Bear Trap
hand.
is always safe.
No. This is a crazy good hand.
Yeah. Yeah. He can space either Quag or OPEC. He can UN the other. Actually, UN OPEC's only a one-off card, so he could space Quag, play OPEC, and hold UN even.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to holding UN, just in case of lone gunman.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I like holding it.
Oh, this game is pretty cruel.
So close.
Yeah. Okay, grain cells is gone. That's sad to see, but now I'm gonna expect Italy, Phil, with OPEC. No, you don't need to use the intervention. That's unnecessary.
Oh, I think I'm cooing in Panama or something.
No, I don't like this. I think I'll just suck
Go
up.
ahead and coup in Panama. You're for the win. I don't know. Maybe it is Europe.
No, this had to be Italy.
But maybe not.
Yeah, so like let's say you fill Italy, Andrea coups Angola, you take Algeria, and all good to go, and you just suck up in that central later.
I mean, even if you could have knocked a couple out of Panama, then that would make an ABM hit of Panama better later on in the turn. I don't know.
I think that was a little bit too greedy.
Well, you want to win when you can. But you're right.
True.
Europe's important too.
Mm-hmm. But you had intervention to back you up, which no longer exists.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like using UN. I do like spacing Clog and probably playing OPEC and holding UN as your security blanket.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's gonna be Italy, Algeria, not Algeria. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna lose your 2 VPs there too.
No, I don't like this play. I think I would go to Algeria instead first. You gotta secure Algeria.
Yeah. There's no reason not to take Algeria first.
Yeah.
You're right. Completely right on that. There's just no reason to rush it. You've got Central America, so why rush it?
Yeah. You're handing over battlegrounds to your opponent.
Yeah, that does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're just to take. You're so far ahead, you can just play it safe, and maybe just taking Italy would have been the safer play. I'm coming around to your point on that.
Thank you. It's wonderful to hear that compliment from you.
I mean, my first quick reaction, like if you're playing a blitz game, would have been coup Panama. But I really don't know that was best. I think maybe with this situation, everything going on, maybe it's just better to take Italy, but then you're risking a coup of Mexico.
Okay, why aren't they both taking Algeria? Like I don't understand what's going on here. Like Andrea is safely leading Europe, so safe that I don't.
Yeah, he didn't have to have. He didn't need Spain.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right completely.
Like they both don't care about Africans at all.
I don't even would have tried for the event. I mean, maybe something just to take them instead of a 50-50.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Arabs. That's gonna go to Nicaragua, I assume. Yep. Missile envy coup of
Yeah,
Nicaragua
he's
again.
signaling Central America. I mean,
Uh,
he's signaling Central America because
yeah,
he could have domination, and he's ignoring that.
yeah.
Yeah, what EBM? Why not just go ahead and take your shot? I don't know.
Nah. I felt like this
What's
turn
he gonna
was.
hold? Is he gonna hold
Yeah.
missile?
No, you gotta hold ABM. It's never gonna be taken away from you because you're holding missile envy anyway.
Right.
That's so flexible. That's fine. Um,
Yeah, but missile's such a nice headline.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's kind of risky going into late war with
So
missile
this
envy.
maybe explains a little bit of why he was.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But I still prefer Algeria over Spain. Sorry, Annie. Sorry, Harry, but Spain's not that important in this game, so.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I do like filling up Canada since you've got NORAD active and Quagga's gone.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, you could have done that before you started presenting ABM also, so that makes sense there. Oh, wait a second. We were losing track. He's not keeping any cards.
Oh yeah, he played UN intervention. Oh yeah. Okay. Then scoring Central made less sense because let's say like you fill Canada up first and then coup Panama again with ABM and then hopefully flip it. I don't know. Like I don't know why he didn't do that. He could have fought better.
Yeah, I
in
think
Central.
I like that better. I think I like that better than trying to beat him on country count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now where you go? Maybe Brazil?
Yep, Brazil, or if you want to play it safe, then I guess
you can break
Zaire.
Italy.
Okay, he can break Venezuela now. Yeah. Oh, triple scoring.
You know? Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's good. Ooh.
I might go with Soviet shoot down Cal. Oh no, wait.
You got to go with Cal here.
No.
You absolutely go with Cal
Wait,
here.
wait. If you play Solidarity, you let your opponent coup, then you just score Europe. Solidarity also makes sense here.
I'm thinking about it. So you go Solidarity.
Yeah, you let him coup.
You think your opponent coups.
Yeah.
And hopefully he doesn't flip Brazil or Argentina.
Yeah. So let's count. So what can Cal get you here? Probably Middle East. I'm not sure if you can fight in country count in Europe, or you can fight in Asia. Okay. That nullifies Latin American despots, which is kind of nice. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Yeah.
You can fill Europe up too.
One, two, three, four, five, six, six.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yes, you could. You're saying two
Benelux, 2 Denmark,
two Benelux, 2 Denmark.
Then
and you're tied on country count.
Yeah, and no, you're leading in country count if you do that.
No, you're tied, right?
Oh no, wait.
6-6, right?
Yeah. Okay, never mind. You're tied. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's Polish, so he's going for Poland.
I mean, if his opponent has to, he plays China here.
Yeah, you're
not going to win on that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna take North Korea and Poland. This is so greedy.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way you're going to win on that. That's just you're just wasting an op. Your opponent's going to respond to it. I would have preferred 1 to Israel, maybe 3 to North Korea, something like maybe 1 Israel, 2 South, 2 Botswana. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Like he didn't create any threat.
He definitely wants to event Evil Empire here.
Mm-hmm. That's a must event because of Iran-Iraq war. The only thing I wish was that he protected Italy with that bear trap. You can hold socialist because Iron Lady might come out later. That's totally fine. But okay.
What did you? I guess yeah.
Yeah, I guess protecting from Iron Lady is fine.
Yeah, I want to take Israel before I score Middle East.
Yeah.
You're going to lose Europe, though. You just need to give up on that. You do want to play Solidarity before you play Europe, but your opponent's going to defend it.
Let's see if Andrea can... How much ops he pours into Iraq. That might signal how weak or strong his hand is, so... It might be possible to score Europe as a tie.
Middle East plus 2 plus 4 right now?
That is huge. Middle East is, I think it's...
You don't like that.
5, right?
Oh, that is so painful. What are you going to do?
No, you gotta realign. Because Latin American Death Squad is active, you can't coup Uruguay. You have to realign Uruguay.
Yeah, but with what card? You want to play that for the event?
No, I'm actually fine with this. I'll just suck up the 2 VP on Iran-Iraq war. If that ensures survivability on South American region, that's just much better in final scoring.
Yeah, well, this is the problem with playing all of your ops without getting rid of your problem cards first.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna go to Brazil, I assume. Oh no! Oh, never mind. Yeah, Nigeria is also out there. You gotta score Middle East. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta start dumping these scoring.
I mean, even after all the blunders that Pawel made in turn 7, I think he's still leading. Like, by far.
Well, he's got a 16 VP lead, and I don't know what the battleground count is, but I think it's in his favor. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, he's got a massive battleground lead.
Okay, that's gonna go to Iran-Iraq war into Mexico, I think.
Yeah, maybe so. That is no good, though.
You don't want to give up control.
I mean,
yeah.
This is the problem. He wants the space. He's being pushed, and he's got no time to space. Lost 2 VPs, and he doesn't have mill ops.
Yeah. I feel like
he still has to play Europe.
See,
how's he going to?
That's why I prefer pouring Kyle ops into Europe, so that you can get rid of problem cards later. But okay, yeah, okay, you definitely don't want to use Solidarity anymore. Yeah. I didn't like that move from Andrea because now Solidarity will be his coup card. I think he could have waited that out. Like, maybe if he broke into Mexico and then prompted a quick reaction from him instead, that could have made...
Well, this would be a good time to break into Mexico because your opponent doesn't have mill ops.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
This is also using your lads.
Instead of cooing, I think he should have realigned Brazil and Nigeria. Instead of cooing Paraguay.
He wants to get African. I think we will bury you is still unknown, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'll go with Red Scare Purge here.
Yeah, I would go with Purge. If you knew We Will Bury You was out of the deck, I'd probably go with Duck. But if you don't know that, then you can't risk it. That was just kind of a late. So Purge makes sense. Purge is good. Tear Down is possible, I suppose. It's not even going to be great later in the turn. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think I prefer Purge, but I can understand Tear Down.
Yeah, it makes sense, but you're giving up on NORAD if you essentially do that. Unless you realign, there's nothing to realign in Europe, so.
Yeah, it's not going to be very good later on in the turn. I mean, you may want to even use it for 3 ops if you don't headline it.
I guess it makes sense to. Okay. I guess like it makes sense in terms of protecting the African battleground, but you're already leading by 4 countries, so it doesn't make that much sense
Yeah,
to
so
me.
if you lost one, you could survive.
Yeah.
Probably got you got a shot.
You gotta go Italy, right?
If he loses, I think you coup Italy.
Yeah.
I am wondering if he's going to get into any kind of danger for getting Europe control. Why do you want to hit there? Italy. Italy.
That just feels wrong. Okay. So Andrea's open for Europe control if he manages to get DEFCON high, because I think we've seen Blockade gone, right? Salt is not played for event yet, and How I Learned I think is still in the deck. So
yeah, I think How I Learned, Salt, NTB are all still around.
Yeah, this is a kind of dangerous situation for Pawel if Andrea manages to secure France here.
Yeah.
Which I think I would.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is this like a hopeless game to pull it out unless he gets Europe?
Yeah, okay, this. I think you gotta pour some ops into. No, you gotta go into East Germany.
Why don't you just coup?
Yeah, you either
go
coup.
East Germany
Yeah, you either coup or go to East Germany. It's either or.
You could even play Duck for 3 VPs.
Yeah, all of that could have been a better option than spacing. Spacing was not a priority, not at all. Oh no! Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Interesting.
I don't like. Why isn't he holding How I Learned?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure how the board is.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends. Is it hopeless? If it's hopeless, I go for Europe and hold How I Learned. But if he thinks he can win it, then this is the right.
But the thing is, the unscored region Asia is out there. Africa's kind of hopeless for Andrea. I don't think he can win on final scoring with that much BP difference on the scoring board. I think I would have gone for Europe control.
Yeah, I think Europe. I would want to do a really. This is where you need to really count and figure out exactly where you stand and if you have a chance to pull it out, or if it's better to just go for Europe.
The only rationale where it makes sense for me, if for using How I Learned, is if Andrea's holding Salt and he wants to pick up ABM and then realign West Germany again or something like that in surprise. But other than that, I'm not sure.
So we should do the kill. It's 9. Europe is -4. Asia is +2. Mideast is is +5, I think. That's +11. Africa is +6. That's +17. South America even. Central -4. So that's +13. China card +12. I think Powell is winning by +12 in final right now.
Yeah.
Is that's on the border of you're not going to come back from, even if you get lucky. But I think you'd come back, even from way far down. 12 is not possible, unlikely, but not impossible. It's kind of like I thought this.
It's not impossible, but I think he could have chosen a pass where it was higher chance of winning. If you get what I mean.
Go for Europe?
Yeah.
To go for Europe.
Yeah, I would have straight up gone for Europe.
Yeah, I don't like to do that unless I'm absolutely desperate.
I think I think it's a little bit desperate on Andrea's side here. Little
Well,
bit.
it kind of depends on what cards he has too. I mean,
Yeah.
he knows what his cards are. If he's
Yeah.
got really strong cards, he knows maybe I can flip some regions here and have a lucky turn 10 and win the game.
But like for example, like I think we've seen ABM out already, so unless he manages to draw all the power cards and hit all of them in a right sequence, then I think this game is kind of lost for Andrea.
Well, he could do an Africa realign right now and flip 2 battlegrounds.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You flip those 2 battlegrounds, you get Africa scored, not so bad. Here you can get some nice. Oh, he's not using them for the event.
Okay,
Ooh,
I am
ouch.
so confused. Okay, this. Sorry, your mic died out. What happened?
He could have used that for the event and had a great realigns in South America.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking, like he could have gone into Mexico and then realigned Argentina and Brazil.
He had great options from South America.
Ugh.
Going in Paraguay and realign it, probably would be better to go Mexico and realign it at +1.
Well, what's going on here?
That really smacks of desperation.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you're that desperate, then I don't know, with you, go for Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, go straight to 2 Angola. That makes sense.
So, gonna be back in the draw deck though, right?
Pardon? Salt?
Gunman's gonna be back in the draw deck.
Yeah, it's in the deck.
Gunman.
Yeah. It's in the deck.
So that's another path to victory for Andrea.
Yeah, it is. But terrorism or Aldrich needs to be accompanied by it.
But we haven't seen either one of those.
Yeah.
And he's holding the China card. So he's got chances there. Yeah, I think if I'm Paul, I'm trying to just survive it.
Reformer Break of Europe is also kind of scary. Okay, Aldrich aims.
He's got nice cards.
Yeah, I think this game is a little bit lost.
It feels lost right now. Because Paul has decent cards here.
It's funny because there's nothing good to headline. Not at all. Like if you play Iron Lady, it kind of frees up your socialist government, but then you lose Argentina in the process. What do you headline here?
Yeah,
but
you cannot solve. You're not headline solve.
Yeah, yeah, never salt. Like if you want to lose to Libya, makes sense.
A funny story. I had a game where I was so dead lost, just completely dead lost, and I forget what card if it was NTB or Salt my opponent headlined. But he raised DEFCON to 5 at the same time that I played Bear Trap to headline on my headline. And then I was able to realign him out of France, flip it, score Europe for a domination. He got stuck in Bear Trap for 2 or 3 turns. He was totally winning. didn't need to do anything. But he played, I think, MTB as the headline to try to, push it.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of the game. But yeah, you don't need to take this kind of crazy risk when you're winning this much.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I think Paul just needs to manage a few turns here. Yeah, so you're going to space probably J, and then you use Aldrich to dump Socialist.
No, he's been terrorized, so he's got to play all his card.
Oh, he's going to play them all. You're right.
Yeah.
So Aldrich is last.
Yeah.
So I probably still play Socialist and just repair.
Yeah. You can use Ortega and Nicaragua. Okay. Oh yeah, you can space too.
Yeah, he wanted to get the 2 VPs, but you do want to get into Paraguay, so you don't get totally wiped out. So we should be counting VPs if I were playing the game and making sure that everything, knowing exactly where everything was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I would have been starting counting BP on turn 8, actually, to see what passive victory was plausible for me. Okay, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I do think probably pretty here.
I'm...
That's a good roll.
You want to coup Nicaragua, I guess, now? Or you can just use salt negotiations into Paraguay. Okay. Like, all Pawel needs to do is just maintain his battlegrounds, and that's it.
Yeah, you could just get the problem out of the way. I would want to get off to Paraguay, still up Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just needs to stuff it. And then to the free throw. You don't have to. Yeah, that looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
And a timeout?
Oh.
Is it a 90-minute start timer?
Yeah, I think it was 90-minute. Yeah.
Always do some realigns and then give him Aldrich, and he's going to time out. Yeah, he's overtime.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Andrea coming from an acing background.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't know you played Blitz until you told me.
I will play Blitz. My favorite time limit is 60. I'm very happy with 45, but playing 20 and 30 feels a little fast to me. Especially, I know some people have their program set up so they're faster. I don't have, so I don't like that. And
yeah, I think the time isn't what matters the most anymore.
No, it's not. I mean, given everything, maybe we'll learn, and making that as desperate is the way to go.
If you break North Korea and then fill Guatemala, I think that's the most VP. Guatemala, yeah. No, Guatemala. Well,
breaking really Cuba would be fine too. Yeah.
All right. So, any closing remarks, Michael?
No. Interesting game.
Sorry, I couldn't catch the last part.
Fun game to watch.
Yeah.
This thing was a fun, interesting game to watch.
Mm-hmm. I think there are some areas that could have been better, in my opinion, but overall, I think it was good. All right. I'll take off from now, and I hope everyone have a good day.
I heard a young father, a very prominent young man in the entertainment world, addressing a tremendous gathering in California. It was during the time of the Cold War, and communism and our own way of life were very much on people's minds, and he was speaking to that subject. And suddenly, though, I heard him say, "I love my little girls more than anything," and I said to myself, "Oh no, don't say that." But I had underestimated him. He went on, "I would rather see my little girls die now, still believing in God, than have them grow up under communism and one day die no longer."